Today on Hey, We're Talking, we forgot to record this the other day, so we're going to record it now.
It's Friday. Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
I really hope the Hey, We're Talking theme gets stuck in everybody's head.
In your head. Hey, we're talking. Hey, we're talking. Welcome to Hey, We're Talking. It's me, Scotty D. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Stereotypical radio voice.
We just watched the... Go ahead, Derek. What were you going to say?
That wasn't stereotypical nothing. That was just weird.
It was.
As usual.
As usual. We just watched... I watched it once, and then I watched it again with Cheryl. We watched The Disaster Artist. About that movie, The Room, and it is fantastic. I would highly recommend that people watch that movie. It's very fun. It's James Franco plays Tommy Wiseau, and wow, that guy was an interesting cat, to say the least. He's still alive.
Yeah. Have you actually seen The Room?
We started to watch. It's on. I'm probably going to get these people the thing removed from YouTube, but it's on YouTube because we were looking where we could watch it. It's not on Netflix. It's not on Amazon Prime. You can't buy it on iTunes. So someone has uploaded it to YouTube. So I started to watch it, and the thing that's so incredibly awkward about the movie in the very beginning is I think it's like literally less than 10 minutes in is the first love scene. Like there's full on nudity, love making, and it's very awkward.
Yeah, they do that a lot in that movie, and the music's bad.
It's
and
terrible.
You got the weird kid neighbor. Oh, it's
bizarre. And in the movie they don't even really know who that Denny character is. They don't explain it well.
Yeah, nothing
You
adds
don't know
up.
that he's a neighbor. It's very weird.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie, and I don't even know who Tommy Wiseau. I don't even know who that person is.
Dude, it's Derek. You've got a good way. You'll do it the best. So describe this movie.
First of all, Scott, where did you watch The Disaster Artist? Is it on Amazon yet?
No. I bought it through iTunes, so I own it.
Okay. Back in 2003, there was a guy who made a movie. He wrote, produced, directed, and starred in it.
Yeah.
Called The Room. His name is Tommy Wiseau, and he claims,
but go ahead.
Wiseau. He claimed at the time that he was like a 21-year-old dude from Louisiana, when in reality he was like a 40-year-old guy from
still don't know
Eastern
how old
Europe.
he is. Yeah.
He wrote the movie, and he couldn't remember his lines. Just everything got lost in translation. Everything was so bizarre. It was just poorly written. Nobody knows how it actually got financed. It was one of these movies that is so bad it became a cultural phenomenon that you just couldn't look away.
They still show it in theaters today, and Tommy and Greg, who's the guy who did this movie with him, like that was his best buddy in the movie.
Hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, Greg Sestero. They still do stuff. They still tour the country going to showings of this movie. And it's kind of like a Rocky Horror Picture thing. There's people, they throw stuff during the movie. They say they cheer like moments that should not be cheered. Like,
that's crazy.
It's insane, dude. But this movie has been going strong for 15 years now. 15 years, this movie, people are still watching it, and it is the worst movie you have ever seen in your life. It is the worst.
There is a website called theroommmovie.com.
Yes, it's a phenomenon. People
and
are
it looks like
obsessed.
It is on Amazon.
You can't watch it for free. You could probably buy it on Amazon. It's not free on Prime.
Yeah, I know nothing about it. That's weird. I mean, I saw like the Disaster Artist. I saw they were making it. I just didn't know what it was about. So.
Yeah, it's basically the story of the making of The Room.
Yeah. The guy, Greg and somebody else wrote a book about it, and it's like basically what a disaster making this movie was. And it's so bizarre. I mean, it is crazy.
I did not hit her.
I did not.
I did not.
I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, there's a guy I work with. He works on the day shift.
Yeah.
And so I come in to relieve him.
Mark,
he relieves me
every time
he comes in. Every time he comes in, I'm like, "Oh, hi, Mark."
Does he get the joke? I hope.
I think he does, but he's never seen it.
Okay.
Like,
the other thing that's awesome about the Disaster Artist, it is literally chock full of people that you've seen in other stuff playing all these little bit parts. It's fun. I would recommend watching the Disaster Artist when you get a chance.
Should I watch The Room before?
I didn't. I'd never seen The Room. I'd seen little clips because there's so many people on YouTube, like PewDiePie and all these guys are obsessed with it, and they've done videos about it. So I've seen tons of clips from it, but I never watched the whole thing.
I would recommend I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes. It's like the best of The Room. And that's really all you need. The story of The Room is Tommy Wiseau's character, Johnny. He's Johnny. Like a banker. He's a banker, and he's got his girlfriend, and he's like, "I love you, Lisa," and he thinks they're about to get married.
Tearing me apart, Lisa.
She doesn't like him. Like when they're together, she's like, "I don't, oh, I love you," but she's cheating on him.
Yeah, with his best
cheating
friend.
on him, and it's all the drama about them trying to, her trying to keep her cheating on him like a secret. It's just that. That's the movie.
And spoiler alert, he shoots himself at the end of the movie, and everybody cheers in the movie theater when he kills himself.
Thanks for ruining it for me.
No, it's like, I mean, dude, listen, it's been out for 15 years. If you didn't know that he kills himself, I don't know what to tell you.
I didn't know.
I did not.
I did not know. I did not.
I did not.
Thanks for ruining it for me.
Rooming it.
Gosh.
It doesn't really take away. Just watch, just everything about the movie. The timing. They use blue screen. They use the green screens for the outdoor stuff. There's just a bunch of subplots that go nowhere. Lisa's mom
has breast cancer.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
It's true. Like I have breast cancer.
Sounds like the very first time I watched Pulp Fiction.
No, Pulp Fiction's a great film.
No, it is, but I was so confused. Like, oh my gosh, when is this happening? Wait, what happened here? Oh, this was the past. It's very confusing when you first watch it.
It's all linear, everything's in order, but they bring in characters and they introduce things. Like Lisa's mom, she's always like, "What is going on? You need to be with Johnny, and I'm definitely gonna die. I have breast cancer." And Lisa's like, "Okay." Yeah. And they never mention it again. Nope. It's just the whole movie is just so bizarre and chock full of just weird stuff like that. It was poorly executed, but done in such a way that it's so endearing, and you have to see it. But watch the best of.
The thing that's funny too is like the stuff that happens in the movie The Disaster Artist. That's funny. Like when Derek's talking about the green screen stuff, they built a set inside of a studio of an alley, and they shot this scene. And before they start shooting it, the director's like, "Dude, this alley looks exactly like the alley outside right there. Why didn't we just shoot it outside?" And he's like, "Because this is a real movie in real movie studio." And he's like, "But we could just shoot it outside." And he goes, "No, this is a real movie." So that's how this guy did this. He bought, instead of renting the equipment, he bought all the cameras. He bought all the lights.
That's
the
crazy.
people, when he went to the studio, they were like, "Oh, we just rent the cameras. Nobody buys the cameras." And he's like, "No, I want them for the movies. This is a real movie." And it's just, so this guy's a bottomless pit of money. Who knows where the money comes from? But he wastes. I think it cost about $6 million to make this movie. And when you see the movie, you'll just be like, $6 million. for
Yeah,
this.
it's
such
Well, yeah.
garbage.
If you buy everything, yeah, I can see that. Or rebuilding stuff that's already there.
It's a piece of trash, but it gets stuck in your
but
head.
the stuff like the I did not and stuff like that is very funny.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah. All right. I don't know where I'm going with that, but somehow we deviated way off topic. But that's okay. That's what we do here on Hey, We're Talking.
That is what we do.
Bob, you've got an interesting topic for us today. Why don't you explain to people what it is?
I do. Being that it's Top 5 Friday, I wanted to rattle off the top 5 songs, which we'll do way more, that get stuck in your head.
This was my topic, actually. This was my
Oh,
idea.
this was yours? Okay.
But I'm told to read it or talk about it, so I'm talking about it.
Well, then maybe let's give the opportunity to Derek since it's his idea.
Okay, let's rewind real quick and go.
Go.
Okay,
Derek.
so there's a song that I was listening to recently, and I'll get to it, but it'll be my number one. But I thought about songs that we listen to that just get stuck in your head, and you have to listen to them over and over and over. I listened to this one song, and I thought it'd be a good topic for discussion because Bob's like, nobody gives any show ideas, and so I was like, how about
that is how it is when we're not on the show, isn't it, Derek? He's kind of a tyrant about the sheet.
There's cussing, there's threats, there's so much.
It's scary.
Well, I got to keep this spreadsheet updated. If there's nothing in the rectangle, that's a problem.
Then we can't talk. We won't be able to say anything.
Show's over. Done.
So you're saying now, are these the top 5 songs that get stuck in your head that are annoying, or songs that you like?
Both.
It could be both.
Okay, because I get a lot of annoying ones. I don't like when I get the annoying songs in my head.
There are some annoying ones, and I kind of wrote up a little list of some of these songs for me. So, and I kind of like all of them but one.
Okay. Do you want to just get us started? Do you want to talk about one?
All right, let's hear. How about that song from the Proclaimers? Called 500 Miles. Yeah, and I would walk, when I wake up. It's just got that something about it. It just hooks into your brain, and you're like, everyone just I would walk.
It's like you're at the night of the Roxbury, right? You just start doing the
exactly. What is love?
See, that could be another one too.
Oh, I hate it though. It's terrible. The 500 miles one was back in the day when that came out. First of all, it's Scottish dudes. Okay. So right away I was all excited because there was these guys from Scotland who did this song and it was a big hit. So I was all excited about it. But I remember just every time that came on, you would turn it up. It was kind of like whenever Life is a Highway came out, it was kind of like that. When Life is a Highway comes on, you just automatically you turn your radio up. Life is a highway. So that's one of those ones. Proclaimers 500 Miles was one.
Yeah, because they got that ba-da-ba and ba-da-ba. Yeah. That's a lot of these songs. They have something that just gets in your ear hole and
you
won't
can't
go
get it
away.
Out. It's like the Matrix. Okay, Bob, what's yours?
Oh.
No, you sounded like you had one, so I was going to throw it off to you.
Well, I've got a bunch of them. Well, I'm just going to go right off the bat. My top one.
Okay.
And it like this isn't just for me. Like this is my whole family.
Okay.
All of us. And once it's like out of my head, then my son will come in and just say something, which gets it back in my head. And we literally went on for like 2 weeks and could not get Africa from Toto out of my head. I mean, you just think about having that stuck in your head, and it does not go away. It's a song that just sticks with you.
I think I may have told you this before, but somehow the Detroit Lions, like their social media person, drops little things in their Instagram and Twitter feed that pertain to Toto Africa, and they do it all the time. Like when they hired their new coach, they put out like, I don't know how many tweets, but however they had to spell it out. And each word, the first word of each tweet spelled out Toto Africa. So they put out all these tweets and everybody was like, what in the world? Why did they put out so many different tweets about this? And then this person that's also like a Twitter person that covers Detroit Lions stuff was like, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. You spelled out Toto Africa. And they were like, yep. So whoever the social media person is for the Detroit Lions is fixated on Toto's Africa. So there you go. Little scoop.
Bob, do you have a second job as the Detroit Lions?
Are you the Detroit Lions social media guy?
Maybe I should be.
I know.
But if Africa wants to sponsor the show,
yes, Toto. How about get some Toto up in here?
Yeah,
no, I'm talking about actual Africa.
Can you imagine if Africa was like, hey guys, we're especially South Africa. Hey guys, we're taking back all the white people farms in South Africa, and we'd like to sponsor the show. Have you not heard about that? They passed some kind of law where they're going to take all the land back from white people in South Africa. Why am I laughing? It's terrible, but it's real.
Apartheid was a serious issue.
It was, and now they're reversing the apartheid by taking back the land.
And that's good. But you know what's even better?
Okay, keep going.
Than reversing apartheid. Go ahead, another song that might get stuck in your head.
Okay.
How about Barbie Girl by Aqua?
No.
Yes.
Why?
Yes. Why? Because if you hear it, it's just like it's just
that's terrible.
That's
so making
annoying.
me think of the one I was gonna. The reason I'm letting you guys do so many of them is I don't know that many, but I just thought of one, and I hate it so much. I don't even know the name of the song. I think it's called "What's Going On" by the Four Non Blondes.
Oh, yeah,
I
What's Up?
freaking hate that song. What's going on? That makes me want to punch someone in the face. I hate it, and it gets stuck in my head.
What's going? I said, yeah, I remember that.
All right, let's take a break so I can get that out of my head, and then we'll come back. I hate that song so much. Oh my god!
But I have to do this for you guys because I love the Barbie Girl song. It is a little annoying, but I think they're from Denmark or something like that. So they're referencing. It's like this Euro pop song referencing Barbie and Ken. And the girl, she sounds American, but the dude is clearly European because she's like, "Hey, Ken, how's it going?" And he's like, "Hiya, Bobby, let's go party." And it's like so.
Yeah, not right.
It's really weird, but I gotta be honest, I love it so much.
Gosh,
really? I love that song.
Ugh.
I'm Barbie, let's go party.
Oh gosh. Okay. Let me
Next.
Let me take a break, and we'll come back and we'll do some more right after this. Today's show is sponsored by Gamefly.com. 30-day free trial. Go to Gameflyoffer.com/HWT. What's going on?
See, now it's stuck in his head.
It was the shortest break ever. It was 2 seconds.
It was. Okay.
Bob, you got any more?
I can't believe that Barbie one's still annoying. Okay. Bob, what's yours?
Yeah, so one that gets stuck into my head, and it's my son's fault because he was trying to learn how to play it on the ukulele, which I think he's starting to get it down.
Okay.
But Who Lives in a Pineapple Under the Sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Never heard it.
Oh,
Never heard
what?
it. Nope.
That's a song that the theme song for SpongeBob always gets stuck into my head.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
I like that.
Nope, I don't know that one. Here's another one that I don't like, that if I hear it will get stuck in my head forever. It's and it's funny because the words are in your head, head, zombie. I hate that one too. Drives me crazy. That lady just died recently.
Yeah,
actually.
she just passed away.
Cranberries. Go ahead. That's mine. I hope you guys have these horrible songs stuck in your head all night.
Well, here's one that gets stuck in John's head because he yelled at me for this the other day. My own son.
He was like, Dad.
He's like, "This is a horrible song, Dad. Quit singing it." And I did. I sang a few bars, and then he started singing. He's like, "No, it's in my head."
What is it?
And Friday by
No!
Rebecca.
Friday. Friday. Yes, that's on my list.
That is a annoying song. I
That's
don't
terrible.
like it. Yeah, it is terrible, but it's got that. It's just got a
Gotta get up on Friday.
Friday.
Do you know how much horrible hate that girl got for that song? Oh my gosh.
She was 13 years old when she did it. Her mom, it was like her mom paid for it. It was like for fun.
Yep. I know.
It was for fun.
And like, people were evil to her. And the cool thing was Katy Perry put her in that Friday Night song, or whatever the name of that song was that she did. She had her in the video, so it was kind of fun. That was nice. But yes, that was terrible song. But people, stop being mean to little kids all the time.
I know.
I mean, she didn't write it. She just sang
did
it
it for fun. Yeah, shut up and leave the kid alone. Although it was terrible.
They auto-tuned it, and they wrote the stupid lyrics.
I know the lyrics is why people get mad, because it's so
Saturday
dumb.
comes after Friday.
Yeah.
But I guarantee after all she went through, when she got knocked down, she got up again. And that's my next one. That's my next one. When I get knocked down, I get up again. It just, gosh.
I think
the name of that song is Tub Thumping by the band Chumbawamba. They're an English band, and they are like anarchists.
Yeah.
They told people, if you can't afford to buy our music, just steal it from the CD store. Just go steal it from the music shop.
Grief.
And they had like a 25, 30-year career before they broke.
Insane. So it's such a dumb song too. That's the problem with these songs that get stuck in your head. They're so stupid. They have no point.
Well, just like this one. Hey, I just met you. Anyone?
Oh yeah, Call Me Maybe.
Hey, I do like that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you serious? I didn't even want to say it all, because if I start going on that, it's like, it's gonna be...
So call me baby. I like a couple of her songs, actually.
Of course you do.
She did a video with Tom Hanks, and it was really good. That's why I liked it. Tom Hanks sings the whole song in the video. Well, he mouths it, obviously not.
That's weird.
Okay.
Songs that get stuck in my head are, and I have this, any NSYNC or Backstreet Boys song.
Really?
Yes. I mean, it's
like any of them?
Any of the popular ones, It's tearing up my heart. Yeah. That one. It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you. Yeah, all that one. I Want It That Way. All the hits and nothing but
Tell me why.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Listen, when I first started hanging out talking to Bob on Voxer, when we were starting to first kind of get to know each other, I kind of got into just for giggles, One Direction, and so I would sing lyrics from the song to Caitlin, and she loved it. And Bob would just be like, "Oh my gosh, I don't even remember the songs anymore." But I used to sing them just to bother you, and it was hilarious.
I don't either. It's the One Direction stuff. Yeah, a lot of that stuff got stuck in my head. But luckily, luckily she went to a concert. Later that night, it was announced that they were breaking up after this tour.
Yeah.
And now they're all doing their own thing, and I don't have to hear about them anymore.
Yeah.
So here's Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, here's another one along that same vein, okay? When I was leading worship at this church, the Taylor Swift song, "We Are Never, Ever, Ever Getting Back Together." So the chords are, when you don't know what you're doing when you play guitar, I'm just going to give everybody a little tip here. C, D, G, E minor, you're good to go. So I would just, like, when we were getting ready to practice, I would be like, grink, dink-a-doo-little, grink. So I would do the beginning of that, and I had a couple of younger people on my team, and he would just be like, "No!" And I would be like, "We are never, ever." He would get so mad, so I would do it right before church and get it in his head, and then later, after church, he'd be like, "Dude, I cannot get that song out of my head." And I go, "I know. Taylor Swift."
So here's one that recently started getting stuck into my head, and we've talked about it on the show, but I'm mad at Jimmy Fallon and Will Ferrell for this, because I cannot hear the song. I cannot hear the song without hearing the heckling coming from Will Ferrell. But just a small town girl Living in a lonely world.
Was she alone? Yeah.
Oh,
It's so funny.
Now, so I was part of a volunteer sometime at a charity event recently, and they played that song. And when they played that song, I'm like, I cannot hear this song without Will Ferrell saying
Is there
anything,
more
heckling.
streetlights?
I know.
People?
People, streetlights, people, streetlights. That is just so hilarious and stupid all at the same time.
Yes. They actually have another one that they did. I don't know if you saw this, but he and Will Ferrell did this thing where they're like, everybody's talking about my tight pants. I got
Yeah,
my
that was
tight
with
pants.
Jennifer Lopez too.
That one gets in my head too. If I hear it, I go, oh no. Okay. Derek, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oh, I hadn't seen that one.
We're gonna link to it.
Yeah.
I got it. I
Okay.
wrote it down. We're linking to it.
How about "Wannabe" by the Spice Girls?
I don't know if I know what that one is even.
If you wanna be my lover, gotta get with my friend. Think it lasts forever. Friendship never ends.
I mean, now that you're singing it, it's stuck in my head, but I wouldn't even have remembered until you did
I think luckily because I don't hear that very often, like at all, it doesn't get stuck in my head. But
yeah.
I think it did at the time when it was popular.
Yeah, John and I did a 90s medley last year on my YouTube channel.
I remember it. I remember it.
YouTube.com/DerekTant. And we did that song.
Yep.
And John
Yes, you
did the
did.
rap. It was fun.
You did. It was funny. Here's the thing I will tell you. I don't, as you guys are singing stuff, I'll remember stuff, but I don't have a list of them that I routinely remember. But one thing I will tell you is my wife, I almost did
Who?
it. I almost said it. My wife has this terrible habit of picking like literally a bar of a song. Like I'm not talking the whole chorus, anything, and whistles the same notes of a piece over and over and over and over. And I routinely have to go, oh my gosh, would you stop? Really loud. And she's like, sorry. And I'm like, dang it. So that's when stuff gets stuck in my head. That's what it is, because it's not the whole song. So what I'll end up doing is if she does that, I have to get my phone out and find the song and play the whole thing so it can get it out of my head.
That's how
She
you
just
get
does the
rid of
whole little piece, just one little tiny piece. It's terrible.
it. Okay. So do you have another song, Bob?
Oh, I've got a bunch of them off the top of my head. But go ahead if you got one. Rattle through it.
I was gonna tell my story.
Yeah,
Okay,
tell your
go ahead.
story.
It's gonna take a little bit, but you might find
We'll
it
have to
interesting.
start a new episode, but that's okay. Go ahead.
On Amazon Prime, the streaming service. They have a bunch of original shows, and one of the ones that we watched was called the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. It's
Never heard of it.
You have Amazon Prime, do
But
you
I've
not?
never heard of that. I don't know what it is.
Oh, you need to see it. You and your wife need to watch it
Gosh dang it.
together. It's about a woman it's set in the 1950s. It's about a woman whose husband is an aspiring stand-up comic. He fails miserably. They break up, and she actually goes ahead and becomes a very successful stand-up comedian. And there's a lot of great music in this in the show. It's kind of it helps with the whole aesthetic of the show. It's shot well, excellent cinematography, great costumes, great writing, great acting, and great music. And so I was listening to the soundtrack, and one of them was this. It was a song. It was a cover of a song by Bette Midler. I mean, Bette Midler was covering this song by Rosemary Clooney. And so I decided to go back to this album and listen to some other songs that Bette Midler. I listened to this whole Bette Midler album. Yes,
Bette
I know.
Midler?
It's
Strange.
You're
What's that?
weird.
Yes, I know. That's why I hesitate, and that's why I saved it for the end of the show, so that if people have tuned out, they don't
You're
have
like,
to hold it.
Bette Midler, I'm out of here.
No, but she did an album where she covered a whole bunch of Rosemary Clooney songs. That's George Clooney's aunt. She was a very famous singer and actress of old. She was in White Christmas with Bing Crosby.
Okay, well, so was there a particular song?
There was a song that Rosemary Clooney did a duet with Bing Crosby called "On a Slow Boat to China," and so Bette Midler got Barry Manilow to come on this album, and they recorded this. They redid this duet called "On a Slow Boat to China." I want to get you on a slow boat to China. It's like a little love song. I literally listened to that song like 20, 30 times in a row.
What?
Just because it got into my head. I don't, and it's so simple. It's just, I want to get you on a slow boat to China. All to myself alone. Get you and keep you in my arms. And it's just so simple.
A catchy tune.
And
who wants to take a boat to China?
It's because it's a slow boat so that they can be together by themselves.
Okay. I'm glad you explained that.
They want to be.
I'm
I want to get
joking.
you. Okay. Well.
I'm being sarcastic. I'm just thinking about being on a boat to China. But
So,
yes, I get it.
Yeah.
To where?
Fine.
China.
And
A
yes,
slow boat to China.
I mean, I'm almost kind of ashamed to even admit, but that song, like, it
Now everyone's going to go listen to it. You know,
for like
that,
a
right?
few days. Yeah, get on the Apple Music or the Spotify, and I mean, it's super short. It's like 2 minutes long, and
That's
they
how you
kind of
could listen to it so many times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like
It only took you an hour to listen to it 30 times. That's cool.
I'm sure
Yeah.
there's a slow boat to China loop somewhere on YouTube.
Oh my
10-hour
gosh.
loop or something.
Oh my gosh, yes, that would be a great idea. Derek, do that. That'll get you a lot of views. Do like a 12-hour block of.
I don't need a slow boat to China to get me views.
Oh, dude.
No,
that's
Says
kinda
Derek
mean.
Tan.
I
Wow.
just
So,
I don't
do
want
we
to
got
do
time
that.
for one last?
This is it.
super
One
fast
last one.
Yeah,
Good.
let's hear it.
This one is the fault of my son because he will just literally walk out of the room and start singing it out of nowhere.
Okay.
Never gonna give you up.
You get
Never gonna
rickrolled all
let
the
you
time.
down. Oh gosh, constantly.
I watched a thing about him. Actually, he just put out a new album, and it went to the top of the charts in the UK. But he stepped out of music for a long time, and I forget where I saw this, but they talked to him about the Rickrolled thing, and someone actually, the way he found out about it, because he had stepped away from music to raise his family and just be a dad for a while.
Right.
Someone sent him this thing, and they were like, they Rickrolled him. He got Rickrolled by himself, but they were like, it was like, it's like a video. The whole point behind it is it's like a video that looks like you're going to actually see something else, and all of a sudden it goes, never gonna give you up. But anyway, he said that he loved that people did that because it kept him at the top of people's minds all these years that he was not involved in music anymore. People still know who he is. So I was just like, that is hilarious. And he loves it. He didn't have any problem with it. So there you go. Little Rick Astley news for you.
That's awesome. Well,
never going to give.
I hope this episode gets stuck in everybody's head.
I think it will.
And you can't get it out. This was fun. I had a lot of fun. Yeah. Listen to the studio recording of that song.
It's so hard for me to do because it's Bette Midler, but I'm going to do it anyway.
I know. Look, I know. I didn't think that I would just have this song.
You fell in love with Bette. You can't help it.
I got addicted, okay?
Yeah.
It's an addiction. It's something going on. It's chemicals. I don't know.
You just made me think of another song because you said you got addicted to it. You remember that song?
Addicted to love.
No. I'm addicted to you. Do you remember that song?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Is that like
okay.
a 1950s
Shut
hit?
up. It was like a 90s
Sounds like a Blink
pop
182
punk.
thing.
It's like that, yeah. It's similar. All right. Let's end the show. Derek, tell them where to go. Where do they find us?
You've already found us, so that's awesome.
Well, no, where else?
We're on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
We're on the Facebook.
Yep.
We have our own little website, heywe'retalking.com, which links to our Podbean.
Yeah.
You can also find us on iTunes. Just in any of the podcasting platforms.
Yep.
Stitcher, Podbean, wherever.
Should they share it with their friends?
I mean, I would be nice. I mean, that's how we get.
That's how we end up with 10,000 downloads of our podcast.
Oh yeah,
Thank
celebrating
you guys for that. That was very
10,000.
awesome. That was great.
Thank y'all. We do appreciate all the folks listening, and we guarantee continued quality entertainment for the time being.
Should they like and comment below?
Well, if
Hit
you're on
that
YouTube,
subscribe button and hit the little bell.
you can't comment on a
You never said-
podcast.
Yeah, you
like
can.
an audit.
Can't you? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have
Should
no
they
idea.
review us on iTunes?
Yes, do it. Okay, we gotta stop.
Making it's not homework, Bob.
Okay, yeah. Derek, tell everybody goodbye.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We sincerely appreciate it. We'll see you next time.